It's Wednesday, October 17th. I'm Wayne Moore. This is Evening Update. At the top of the news, a historic day in Canada as the production, sale and consumption of recreational cannabis is now legal. The only outlet to purchase cannabis in BC opened its doors in Kamloops on Wednesday morning. Our own Nick Johansson was there.
I'm in the new BC Cannabis store in Kamloops, the first legal recreational cannabis store in the province. The store has an Apple Store-like feeling, save for the photos of cannabis on the walls and bongs and pipes on the shelves. Samples of cannabis are out in the open that customers can inspect and smell. Customers can then place their orders with cannabis consultants, who then prepare their orders. A handful of people waited in line up this chilly morning to be one of the first in the province to purchase cannabis legally. Becky Preet from Kelowna was the first to get through the doors, waiting in the cold since about 6 a.m.
I honestly thought I'd be a few blocks back. I literally thought that there would be a lineup last night, but I was really surprised when I rolled up and they were like, "You're the first!" So I guess really worth getting up this early. Last night felt like Christmas for adults. I was super giddy. So this morning when I got here, I was like, I'm so glad that I got up early and came.
We have it on a good, positive display format where customers can take a look at it through a magnifying glass. They can remove it and smell the product at the same time. Once they've made their selection from the table, they'll just take them over to the counter where we have the product locked up in behind, and we'll finish off the transaction over there.
In addition to the store-bought cannabis in Kamloops, cannabis can also be purchased online. For Castanet News, I'm Nick Johansson.
Kelowna resident Becky Preet was the first to legally buy cannabis in the province. As tens of thousands of Ontarians purchased cannabis through a government website on Wednesday, some users in Toronto preferred getting their pot from unlicensed dispensaries that remained open despite the threat of criminal prosecution. It was business as usual at One Tonamera, an illegal pot shop located in the city's downtown, hours after recreational cannabis became legal. Many of the city's dispensaries have, however, shut down in the lead up to legalization. Feel free to toke up, just not where you want. Nick Nielsen, City of Vernon spokesperson, said smoking or vaping pot falls under similar guidelines as smoking and vaping tobacco. Nielsen said smoking and vaping of all products is prohibited at transit stops, parks, playgrounds, schools, lake access sites, and boat launches, as outlined in the City of Vernon's Parks and Public Places bylaw. Where there's smoke, there isn't always fire. Pictures sent to Castanet Wednesday showed smoke coming from a plane at Kelowna International Airport. Turns out aircraft firefighters were doing a training exercise, as mandated by Transport Canada. A Vernon couple's riding lawnmowers back home after being taken for a joyride. Peter and Denise Minchenko live near Ellison Elementary School in Okanagan Landing. They left their Husqvarna mower on their lawn after it stopped working September 23rd. A mower was stolen later that day, and it was eventually abandoned and towed away. After some searching and a $600 tow and storage fee, the mower is now back home and locked up. October has been declared Community Inclusion Month in Kelowna. An inclusion chain was formed outside City Hall Wednesday, celebrating individuals with diverse abilities across the province. The event, organized by Pathways Ability Society, usually happens on the last Tuesday in October, but was delayed this year because of weather. Pathways provides services to the differently abled. The battle lines in the proportional representation debate were drawn at a Kelowna Chamber of Commerce debate on Wednesday. Bill Thielman, speaking against a switch in the way governments are elected, says the system is flawed and believes it can give extremist groups a political foothold. Maria Dobrskaya on the yes side says the first-past-the-post system just doesn't work. She says governments with less than 50% of the vote don't represent a majority of voters. RCMP recovered dozens of keys believed to have been stolen. The keys, which appear to belong to both vehicles and homes, were discovered when police stopped a stolen vehicle in the 3000 block of 29th Avenue in Vernon. Police arrested 2 men and a woman who were inside the vehicle at the time. Castanet has pictures of the keys. If you recognize them, you're asked to contact Vernon RCMP. Williams Lake police are cracking down on prolific offenders. The city has seen a spike in break-and-enters and theft from vehicles of late. Over a 3-week period, roughly 60 checks have been or were made and 29 known offenders arrested. Okanagan weather continued sunshine, warm through the weekend, highs in the mid-20s, cool at night, lows 0 to +2. Coming up tonight and tomorrow, in from the cold gets a 3-month reprieve, and local bartenders get the shakes. For details on these and the rest of the day's news, keep it here at castanet.net. For Castanet News, I'm Wayne Moore.